Good morning. Check, check, check. All right, let's do some vocal exercises. If we can. Red leather, yellow leather. 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 Gotta switch something out here. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Good blood, bad blood. 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 Unique New York. 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 Toy boat. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. The black bug bled black blood. 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 I am a thistle sifter. I have 7 sieves of unsifted thistles and 7 sieves of sifted thistles, for I am a thistle sifter. Amidst the mists of fiercest frosts, with barest wrists and stoutest boasts, he thrusts his fists against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Oh, what a to do today, in a minute or two to two. A thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. For there'll be a tattoo at 20 a rat-a-tat-tat and a tat-a-tattoo, and the dragon will come when he hears the drum. At a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. Every single syllable I speak upon the stage has been specifically scientifically selected to stimulate the sections of your cerebrum that set and sustain a certain satisfying psychological state. Hey, let me walk you through our Donnelly nut spacing and crack system, rim writing grip configuration. Using a field of half-C sprats and brass-fitted nickel slits, our bracketed caps and splay-flexed brace columns vent dampers to dampening hatch depths of 1/2 meter, from the damper crown to the spur of plinths. How? Well, we bolster 12 husk nuts to each girdle jerry, while flex tandems press a task apparatus of 10 vertically composited patch hamplers. Then pin flam-fastened pan traps at both maiden apexes of the gym joist. Almost made it. One hen, 2 ducks. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 apathetic, diabetic, sympathetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity toward procrastination and sloth. Give me the gift of a grip-top sock, a drip-drape, ship-shape, tip-top sock, not your spiv, slick, slap, slick, slip-slop stock, but a plastic, elastic grip-top sock. None of your fantastic slap, swap, slop from a slapdash, flash cash, haberdash shop. not a knick-knock, knit-lock, knock-kneed knickerbocker sock with a mock-shot blob-model trick tick-tocker clock, not a rucked-up, puckered-up flop-top sock, not a super sheer seersucker puka sack smock sock, not a spot-speckled, frog-freckled cheap chic sock off a hodgepodge, moss-blotched, botched scotch block. Nothing slip-slop, drip-drop, flip-flop, or clip-clop. Tip me a tip-top, grip-top sock. All right, it's magic time. Here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. I like this part. Oh, this is fun. Hold on. This is exciting. My microphone just broke and is falling off the little pole that sticks on, so I have to rehang the microphone. Hold on for just a second. Oh, it's going to be worth it. Yeah. Now, that guy ain't going nowhere. Yes, worth every penny. Good morning. And how are you today? Glad to see you. Excuse me. Welcome to Johnny's Happy Place. I'm Johnny Millwater. It's a beautiful day in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's about 65 degrees. I'm healthy, happy, rich, and pretty. Had a nice week. Feeling good today about getting some good stuff done, and excited to have your company. Thank you so much for coming. How are you this week? You okay? Hope you're having a great day so far. Thank you so much for saying so. I'm getting 2 copies of each of your comments. That's interesting. Hey, works for me. Saves you half the work as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we got lots to talk about. It's been a fun week. Got big shows coming up. You're throwing a party. I want to hear all about that. But first, I'd like to hear about your week. How you doing? I got roses and thorns, I suppose, when we get there. But I got all kinds of fun stuff that I picked out and wanted to share with you. So let's go to the chat chalet first, shall we? There we go. Welcome to the Chat Chalet. There it is. I'm really sore today because I went to a concert for 3 hours straight. That's a heck of a concert. Who performed, who had dance music for 3 hours straight? I saw James Brown. He only did 2.5, and that was with an intermission. That sounds like a great party. What were you wearing? Tell me all about it. I haven't been sore from dancing since the cruise ship days. Don't think I did any dancing this week. Big mistake on my part. You should dance every week. It's important. I'll tell you what. Tell me all about it. Let me. I'll just start spinning the wheel and stuff. Ooh, 80s, 90s. Oh, wonderful. You love the Green Day cover band, and you love the Green Day tribute band too. Very, very nice. I bet you were dressed super cool. Hope you had a great time. How odd. All right. Well, tell you what. Let's spin the wheel. Green Day is one of your favorite bands. I know that. I know you love the Green Day. Let's spin the wheel. What do you say? Joke. Nice. Meet me at the comedy club. I got long ones and short ones. Did you send me any dad jokes today, Shayna? Now's a great time. I'm about to tell. Green Day grunge vibe with your outfit. Very, very cool. I bet you looked amazing. Let's do... I got a long one. Hold on. You're going to love this. This is a musician joke. I don't get it 100%, I'm sad to say, but I'm going to tell it as if I do. This is... it's fun. All right, here we go. C, E flat, and G go into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, but we don't serve minors. So the E flat leaves and C and G have an open fifth between them. After a few drinks, the fifth is diminished, and G is out flat. F comes in and tries to augment the situation, but is not sharp enough. D comes in and heads for the bathroom, saying, "Excuse me, I'll just be a second." Then A comes in, but the bartender is not convinced that this is relative of C is not a minor. Then the bartender notices B flat hiding at the end of the bar and says, "Get out! You're the seventh minor I found in this bar tonight." E flat comes back the next night in a three-piece suit with nicely shined shoes. The bartender says, "You're looking sharp tonight. Come on in. This could be a major development." Sure enough, E flat soon takes off his suit and everything else and is unnatural. Eventually, C sobers up and realizes in horror that he's under arrest. C is brought to trial, found guilty of contributing to a diminution of a minor, and is sentenced to 10 years of DS without coda at an upscale correctional facility. Did you get it? I didn't, but I got friends who will, and they'll be like, "Ha ha, it'll be fun." All right, that was fun. Let's spin the wheel some more. Prose, all right, nice. Maybe in the prose library. Who cares if I don't know what apocalypse means? I don't get that joke. Apocalypse means apocalypse. It'll come to me. Give me a minute. I'm still drinking coffee and getting going this morning. Oh, it's not the end of the world. It was a setup, and then the punchline was coming. I didn't know the punchline was coming. That's why the setup didn't make sense. That's a big mistake in comedy. My bad. Tell you what, I got some really good prose for you this week. I got some Steve Martin. You know how much I enjoy Steve Martin and his writing. He wrote a couple of them, and this is one on Mensa, which is a interesting thing. Here we go. Pause this real quick. It's called How I Joined Mensa by Steve Martin. I actually joined Mensa. My wife, Debbie, and I both applied for Mensa at the same time, and I got in, and she didn't, and she never lets me forget it. It turns out it's just a scam. It's just, you join Mensa, you don't even get a newsletter. You just get ads for like, "Hey, here's a credit card with Mensa on it. You want a t-shirt that says Mensa? I bet you if you had a tattoo that said Mensa on your earlobe, girls would like you." Things like that. It's just a scam, and it made me sad. I never actually met any other smart people because of it. But this is by Steve Martin, and it's called How I Joined Mensa. I started with the phone book. Looking up Mensa was not going to be easy, what with having to follow the strict alphabetizing rules that are so common nowadays. I prefer a softer, more fuzzy alphabetizing scheme, one that allows the mind to float free and happen upon the word. There is pride in that. The dictionary is a perfect example of over-alphabetization with its harsh rules and every little word neatly in place. It almost makes me want to go on a diet of grapes and waste away to nothing. Being a member of Mensa means that you are a genius with an IQ of at least 132. This enables you to meet other members who will understand what the hell you are talking about. When you say, for example, "That lamppost is tawdry," that's the kind of person they're after. Joining Mensa instills in you a courtly benevolence towards non-members who would pretend to know what you know, think what you think, and stultify what you preambulate. I worried that the 132 cutoff point might be arbitrary until I met somebody with an IQ of 131, and honestly, he was a bit slow on the uptake. If you have a dinner party of 132s and there's a 131 attending, you could actually feel the 131er hit the wall of stupidity. He acquires that dog look. You know, the one with the wide eyes and the cocked head and the big grin, which tells you he's just not getting it. But unlike a dog, your guest cannot be put out into the yard to play with a ball, unless it has been agreed on beforehand. I gave up on the phone book. which led me astray time and again with its complex passages. And then I tried blind calling with no success. Next, 1-800-MENSA, which weirdly brought dead silence on the other end of the phone. A week later, while Volkswagen, I realized that Mensa didn't contain enough numerals to be a phone number, and knew it must be some kind of test. Any future member should be able to figure out the next two digits in the number. Mensale, Mensa, Mensaps, Mensibi. I got 3 rebuffs and a fax tone. So it was a complete accident that I stumbled into a party in my building, having inverted my floor number and gotten off at 21 instead of 12. Slipping past the first block of chatterers and avoiding the host, whom I identified through deduction, I flipped back the Oshak rug and counted the knots per square inch. These people had money. I heard snippets of conversation, words like feldspar and eponym filled the air. In the corner, a lone piper played a dirge. I knew where I was. This was a Mensa party. That's when I saw Lola. She had hair the color of rust and a body the shape of a Doric column, the early ones, pre-invasion. She walked across the room carrying one of those rum drinks and endearingly poked herself in the face with a straw as she slid herself onto the blue velveteen sofa. If she truly was Mensa, she would have no problem with my introduction. "Please don't relegate me to a faraway Lee," I ventured. "I could see you've read Goethe, the Snooky Lanson translations," she countered. "Lozenge?" I was pegging her around 140. Her look told me she had put me in the low 120s. My goal was to elevate her assessment and wrangle a Mensa membership form out of her. Taking a hint from soap operas, I talked to her with my back turned while staring out a window. "Chinese goddess of song," she rejoined. Lola then engaged in some verbal sparring that left me reeling. "This is quite an impressive apartment," she offered. I saw a dictionary on its stand. Oh, how I longed to run to it and look up "impressive." How I wanted to retort in Mensa-ese. I felt the dog look creeping over my face, but it was my turn, and I spoke. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or an insult. I threw my head back, laughing, coughed out my lozenge, and watched it nestle into the Oshak. She asked me my name. "Call me Dor." Later I realized I meant Rod. Lola and I sat and talked through the night. After the party, I held her and whispered, "I love that you're in Mensa." She whispered back, "I love that you're in Mensa too." My temperature dropped to Arctic. She told me her phone number, but since it was all sevens, I couldn't remember it. Then she walked to the elevator, turned back toward me, and said, "We have to stop meeting like this." Those words hit me like tiny arrows in the heart. That night I cried and I cried into my pillow. 8 months later, it was explained to me that it had been a joke. Most things won once in life come when they are no longer needed. My membership was awarded exactly 1 year later when I applied and became an honorary Mensa plaything. Answering a brochure ad that came with my introductory packet, I went on a Mensa love boat trip to Bermuda. Embarking, I saw a woman standing aft, her back to me, bent slightly over the railing, looking very much the way a Doric column would if it were bent over a railing. She turned and saw me, and again I saw my Lola. It was as though nothing had changed in a year, because we were both wearing the same thing we wore on that first night. Still unwashed. She spoke. "Long time no see, Dor." I corrected her, gaining the upper hand. "My name's not Dor." "What is it?" she asked. "It will come to me." "Would you like to take a walk on a boat deck?" she asked. Boat deck. Where is the damn dictionary when you need it? She spoke. "I only have 2 years to live. Let's enjoy them then while we slobber." "Then slobber we shall, slobber we shall." I took her hand and we turned eastward toward the setting sun. And by the way, I think my name is Rod. Yay! That was fun. Let's see what I missed in the chat. Oh, we got all kinds of fun. Apocalypse? Ha ha. Have you heard about the restaurant on the moon? Oh, yeah, I did that one. Great food, but no atmosphere. Boom! Hi, Steph. Oh, Dad's here. Hi, Dad. There's a P. Give me a P. Great food, but no atmosphere. That is a good one. I like that one. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here and let Dad catch up. Glad you made it, Dad. I don't know all the good ones, but I know a couple of the good ones. I like them. All right, I think I fixed the chat, so it'll all be one. The Papa's here. Hooray! Welcome aboard, Dad. Glad to see you. Missed you last week. Glad you're back. Ooh, what is an astronaut's favorite part of a computer? The launch screen? Is it the launch screen? That'd be my guess. Launch screen, keyboard, hard drive. Yeah, launch screen. Can't wait to find out. While we're thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Space bar. Oh, that's better. That's better. I like the space bar. That's a good one. Let's spin the wheel. Monologue. Nice. Why don't you meet me in the, let's meet in the theater. Space bar. And launch screen wasn't bad, though. Cat let you sleep in? Nice. That's a rare treat. Glad you and the cat are doing okay. Are you doing okay, Dad? Enjoyed talking to you last week. Looking forward to seeing you soon. All right, let's spin the wheel. No, we're already here. Hold on. Monologue. I got two monologues. Classic. And, this is a new one. This is all right, I'm a big professional wrestling fan, and I know that Dad is not, and I know that Shayna is not. But I am very interested in the sport, the art form, the entertainment, whatever you want to call it. And I'm often try to defend it to friends. And I found this wonderful speech by a guy named Jim Cornette, who's a professional wrestling announcer and manager and booker for many, many years. And it's his explanation on the appeal of professional wrestling. So this is Jim Cornette's explanation on the appeal of professional wrestling. You drive down the side of the road. Now you see two guys on the side of the road in a heck of a fight. You want to pull over and see what's going to happen, right? And there's a big guy and a little guy. And that big guy is wailing on that little guy, and you're like, boy, he's getting the shit kicked out of him. But that big guy, he looks too big for me, so I'm not going to mess with him. But then, because you're a human, and it's human nature, the little guy comes up off the shoulder of the road and starts firing back, and the big guy is getting the shit kicked out of him. Then you're going, yeah, hit him, yeah, hit him again, because you get with it. You don't know who these people are, but you see it, and you get with it. Now, imagine if you know that little guy, who he is, and that you like him, and that he's your hero. And that big guy, what a prick he is. And he says horrible things to everybody. Hope he gets the shit kicked out of him. Now, instead of just driving down the road and stopping, you might want to pay $5 or $10 or whatever it is to see that fight. To see whether the little guy can kick the shit out of the big guy and get even for you. That's wrestling. Fun. Ooh, this is good. Hustle! Yay, let's talk about hustle. Yes, very, very nice. All right, this is very cool. James R. Hustle. Let's talk about him for a second. James R. Hustle is a comedian friend of mine. We were hanging out, and he's always talked about wanting to be involved in wrestling. And we were talking about it at lunch one day, and he said he wanted to train. And I knew of the wrestling school that they do in Denver. I thought about going myself, but it's pretty far away. Denver, North Carolina. It's pretty far away, and I have to get the kids in school in the morning. But maybe when I'm older, who knows? But anyway, he has been going to the school, and he's been training. He's learning how to take bumps. He's learning how to throw wrestling punches. He's learning how to get heat, and he's having a great time. He got a big fancy jacket, has his name on it. He got some kind of gold thing down at the bottom. He spent a little bit too much money on it at this point, in my opinion, but I'm thrilled to see him fulfilling a dream I've actually had myself. He's killing it, and I hope they make room for him in the shows. Yeah, he's doing great. Thanks for bringing that up, Shayna. I appreciate you. Here, let's spin the wheel. Oh, yeah. There is no show business without pain. Life is pain, Titus. It is. It's tough. All right, let's do some Shakespeare. I have... here we go. Got some Hamlet for you. This is near the end, when Hamlet's trying to get himself worked up to kill his uncle. But he's already accidentally killed his friend's mom, his friend's dad, and he's really freaked out his mom. And he sees that Fortinbras is bringing a whole army to conquer Denmark, where he is, at the castle, which is called... Doesn't matter. Fortinbras is coming to attack the castle. So this is what Hamlet has to say about that. He feels as if the gods are spurring him on to kill his uncle, because he's running out of time. How all occasions do inform against me, and spur my dull revenge. What is a man, if his chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed? A beast? No more. Sure, he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability, and God-like reason to rust us unused. Now, whether it be bestial oblivion, or some craven scruple of thinking, too precisely on the vent, a thought which courted hath but 1 part wisdom, and ever 3 parts coward, I do not know why yet I live to say this thing's to do, whilst I have cause and will and strength and means to do it. Examples gross as earth exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit, with divine ambition puffed, makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing what is mortal and unsure to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Rightly, to be great is not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find quarrel in a straw when honor's at stake. How stand I then that have a father killed, a mother stained, excitements of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, while to my shame I see the imminent death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to their graves like beds, fight for a plot whereon the numbers cannot try the cause, which is not tomb enough, and continent to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth my thoughts be bloody, or nothing worth. Elsinore. Elsinore is the name of the castle. Elsinore. Fun. Let's spin the wheel. Poem! Yes, I've got good poems. Read me. The Poetry Corner, why don't you? Got a couple of good ones. Here's one we've done on the show a few times before, but it's one of my personal favorites. Oh, I can't wait to tell you about my roses and thorns very soon. Very soon. You can tell me about yours whenever you want. All right. I love this poem. Tried to memorize it once, just couldn't do it so much. This is Modern Man by George Carlin. I'm a modern man, a man for the millennium, digital and smoke-free, a diversified, multicultural, postmodern deconstructionist, politically, anatomically, and ecologically incorrect. I've been uplinked and downloaded. I've been inputted and outsourced. Let me start over. This is too fast. This is too slow. Sorry about that, team. Give me just a second. Let's take it down to 1 pixel every 15 milliseconds for now. What do you say? Go. I'm a modern man. Here we go. Modern Man by George Carlin. I'm a modern man, a man for the millennium, digital and smoke-free. A diversified, multicultural, postmodern deconstructionist, politically, anatomically, and ecologically incorrect. I've been uplinked and downloaded. I've been inputted and outsourced. I know the upside of downsizing. I know the downside of upgrading. I'm a high-tech lowlife, a cutting-edge, state-of-the-art bicoastal multitasker, and I can give you a gigabyte in a nanosecond. I'm new wave, but I'm old school, and my inner child is outward bound. I'm a hot-wired, heat-seeking, warm-hearted, cool customer, voice-activated and biodegradable. I interface with my database. My database is in cyberspace, so I'm interactive, I'm hyperactive, and from time to time, I'm radioactive. Behind the 8 ball, ahead of the curve, riding the wave, dodging the bullet, pushing the envelope. I'm on point, on task, on message, and off drugs. I've got no need for coke and speed. I got no urge to binge and purge. I'm in the moment, on the edge, over the top, but under the radar. A high-concept, low-profile, medium-range, ballistic missionary. A street-wise smart bomb. A Top Gun bottom feeder. I wear power ties, I tell power lies, I take power naps, I run victory laps. I'm a totally ongoing Bigfoot slam dunk rainmaker with a proactive outreach. A raging workaholic, a working rageaholic, out of rehab and in denial. I've got a personal trainer, a personal shopper, a personal assistant, and a personal agenda. You can't shut me up, you can't dumb me down, because I'm tireless and I'm wireless. I'm an alpha male on beta blockers. I'm a non-believer and an overachiever. Laid back and fashion forward. Up front, down home, low rent, high maintenance. I'm supersized, long-lasting, high-definition, fast-acting, oven-ready, and built to last. A hands-on, foot-loose, knee-jerk head case. Prematurely, post-traumatic, and I have a love child that sends me hate mail. But I'm feeling, I'm caring, I'm healing, I'm sharing. A supportive, bonding, nurturing, primary caregiver. My output is down, but my income is up. I take a short position on the long bond, and my revenue stream has its own cash flow. I read junk mail. I eat junk food. I buy junk bonds, and I watch trash sports. I'm gender-specific, capital-intensive, user-friendly, and lactose intolerant. I like rough sex. I like tough love. I use the F word in my email, and the software on my hard drive is hardcore. No soft porn. I bought a microwave at a mini mall. I bought a minivan at a mega store. I eat fast food in the slow lane. I'm toll-free, bite-sized, ready to wear, and I come in all sizes. A fully equipped, factory-authorized, hospital-tested, clinically proven, scientifically formulated medical miracle. I've been pre-washed, pre-cooked, preheated, pre-screened, pre-approved, pre-packaged, post-dated, freeze-dried, double-wrapped, and vacuum-packed, and I have an unlimited broadband capacity. I'm a rude dude, but I'm the real deal. Lean and mean. Cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Rough, tough, and hard to bluff. I take it slow. I go with the flow. I ride with the tide. I got glide in my stride. Driving and moving, sailing and spinning, jiving and grooving, wailing and winning. I don't snooze, so I don't lose. I keep the pedal to the metal and the rubber on the road. I party hardy, and lunchtime is crunch time. I'm hanging in, there ain't no doubt, and I'm hanging tough. Over and out. Oh, that was fun. All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, you withdrew your proposal. I didn't even know. I don't know. You tell me that story, please. Oh, we're already doing it. Yeah. Good. Roses and thorns. Withdrew the proposal. I'd like to hear all about that. Rose and went to New Material Night at the Comedy Zone. Fantastic show. A wonderful lineup of people. Always cool. Thorn, you weren't there. Oh, you're so sweet. DJ Shenanigans says that Mike Bird was one of my favorite performers of the night. I saw him at Fight Night. Yeah, I know Mike. Mike's cool. He's a good guy. He started his comics basketball league, and he started a Zoom writers club at the exact same time as my in-person writers club. So he's killing it. Christian Johnson made a surprise appearance, and that was exciting. I've been a big fan of his since the beginning. Glad he's still out there killing it. I haven't seen him in too long. I haven't seen him on Instagram in a while either. I used to see his posts every day. But I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad he's out there killing. I saw Ryan Davis is coming back here in March, so it's always fun to see the hometown heroes come back and kill it. Ooh, yay, Ashley Braswell was back in town. Greco, married now. She was there, which was really cool to see her again. And, of course, Jason Allen King was awesome. Yeah, and my dad proposed marriage to me. See, these are the important things. This is what makes the show dramatic and fun. Well, when? Where? What circumstances? And why did he have to withdraw? I'm not going to a wedding, but I want you guys to be happy. How'd Mitchell Stoltz do? It was his first time. He was the only guy in the entire lineup who didn't seem like a pro. It was really nice of Jason to give him a spot. I'm curious how he did. I want to hear about that. Tell me more about the proposal. I'm going to spin the wheel. Zen Cohen. Nice. Meet me at the fireplace. Well, we made our way through the Zen Cohen, so this is a Zen Parable. And it's very similar to a koan that you may have recognized from earlier. Here we go. This is a Buddhist parable number 005, Attachment. Oh, and let me change the speed real quick. It's going way too fast now. There we go. All right. This is Parable 005, Attachment. Once there was a devoted old woman who built a place of retreat for a monk, arranging that he would not lack for anything, so that he could concentrate upon his meditation and practice. One day, after 20 years, she instructed her daughter, "Today, after serving the master his meal, take advantage of the situation to embrace him tightly, asking him at the same time, 'How does it feel to be hugged these days?' Come back and let me know his answer as faithfully as you can." The daughter dutifully did as she was told, putting her arms around the master and asking the question. The master replied, "I am not moved in the very least by sexual desire, no different from a dried-up tree leaning against a cold mass of rocks in the middle of winter, when not even a drop of warmth can be found." The young girl repeated the answer to her mother, who said, unhappily, "I have really wasted my time and effort during the last 20 years. Little did I know that I was only supporting a common mortal." Having said this, she went out, evicted the monk, lit a fire, and burned the meditation hut to the ground. In truth, it is rare enough these days for anyone to cultivate to that level of the monk. As far as the old woman is concerned, she is said to have been a saint in disguise. Her action of burning down the hut was to enlighten the master. Why is this so? It is because, while not moved by sexual desire, he still saw himself as pure and was still attached to the empty and still aspects of samadhi. Thus, he had not attained true and complete awakening. Let's see. Oh, it's true. I can't keep up with her energy either. Your dad proposed marriage to me. I realized that I could never keep up with her energy. I hear you, Dad. Now she's lightning in a jar, no doubt about it. I don't know how she does it. Dad saw pictures of the Comedy Zone with the comedian, said he wouldn't be able to keep up. Great pictures. You look very, very happy. I love it. It's probably true, though. All right. Why should you never brush your teeth with your left hand? Let's see. Floss. Right. I don't know why. Why should you never floss your teeth with your left hand? Here, while you're thinking about it, I'll go to the comedy club. We'll do it. There you go. Can't wait to find out why you should never brush your teeth with your left hand. Here we go. Oh, hey, Dad's got one too. What do you call a hippie's wife? Mississippi. 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 Is it Mississippi? I hope it's Mississippi. Lightning in a jar. Heck yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Why should you never brush your teeth with your left hand? Because a toothbrush works way better. Another one? You got it. This one's Dad's. What do you call a hippie's wife? Mrs. Hippie. I enjoyed those very much. Thank you for getting involved, everybody. Let's spin the wheel. I think Mississippi was the right answer. Oop, acapella, let's sing a song. Meet me at the library. Now this is exciting. I am very excited about this. Debbie has gifted me weekly voice lessons, which is probably my favorite thing ever. But Mona Lisa, you know Mona Lisa, don't you there, Shayna? She's a local pianist and singer, songwriter, really, really cool lady I've done 5 or 6 shows with. Debbie has her come perform at the Comedy Zone with her every now and then. She's one of my favorites in the world. And she sat down with me and we started actually training out. I'm putting together a show of Frank Sinatra parodies, an entire 40-minute show called Chairman of the Board, B-O-R-E-D. And first I'm going to learn the songs and then I'm going to write parodies for all of them. So we were working this week on The Lady is a Tramp. So I thought we might work on that. The version of this song I have so far is The Lady is a Temp. You know, she's too hungover to show up at 8, that kind of thing. Haven't got it written yet, but I hope you'll enjoy. That's why the lady is a tramp. Here we go. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She likes the theater and never comes late. She never bother with people she'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. Doesn't like dice games with barons or earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermine and pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of those girls. And that's why the lady is a tramp. She loves the free, cool wind in her hair. Life without care. She's broke, but it's oak. Doesn't like California. It's cold and it's damp. And that's why the lady is a tramp. She gets far too hungry, boys, for dinner at 8. She adores a theater, however, doesn't get there late. She'd never bother with someone she'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. Doesn't like dice games with barons and earls. Never makes a trip up to Harlem driving Lincolns and Fords. She won't dish the dirt with the rest of those broads. That's why this chick is a tramp. She loves the free, wild wind in her hair. Life without care. She's broke, but it's oak. Hates California. It's cold and it's damp. And that's why the lady is a tramp. Yay. Fun. We'll work on it. I'll have background music and dancing and everything. I love Frank Sinatra, too. Mona Lisa is the coolest. I'm very excited. She's going to be in Cruelty Free Comedy, too. She's going to be in all the shows. She joined the cast. I'm very, very excited about that. Hopefully I can talk her into being our musical director and helping us learn this stuff. I love Frank Sinatra, too. I love his music, and I sincerely hope I can make a whole comedy show out of it, because that will be fun. Do I have any shows coming up in addition to Cruelty Free Comedy later this month? I was going to open for Mike Speenberg when he was in town, but we're going into Florida around Valentine's Day because Debbie's parents are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. How about that? So we're going to go down and party with them, and I'm going to have to miss that show. So all I have on the books right now is Cruelty Free, and that's all I really want. Yep, that's it so far. I'm just trying to get that one done right. I just found out today, I went to the VisArt website to check our listing, and they're billing us as ages 10 and up, which I don't care for at all. So see if we can't straighten that out. But that's our little adventure for today. But that's it, just on the 23rd. That's the only show I'm doing this month as far as I know. All right, let's spin the wheel. Meet me in the chat chalet. Let's talk about roses and thorns. Get these out of the way. Let's see. I'd love to hear more about your roses and thorns. Yeah, I'm excited to go see Kevin Nealon with you, too. I'm looking at his poster right now. 20th, 21st, 22nd. I'm excited. And then on the 23rd, we had the big show. So we'll see each other twice that week, and that'll be great. All right, roses and thorns. Let's see. I think Monday... nothing much happened. We took the kids to school. I rested because I had just done a whole bunch of shows the week before. Tuesday, I was supposed to meet for lunch with somebody, but I think it snowed. And then Wednesday got canceled. But I did get to see my buddy Stu on Tuesday, and he's coming today. I'm very excited. 2.5 weeks away. It's pretty exciting. But I saw Stu Watson. He's still on board with the show. He's coming to the writers' meeting today later on, so that's pretty cool. And we are meeting on Thursdays to write. It's pretty exciting because now I have a voice lesson on Tuesdays, and my friend Oli is available during the week to write. My friend Jordan is available during the week to write, and my friend Bob is available during the week to write, the cast pretty much. So I can probably find a partner almost every day to work on creative stuff with, which is something I've been looking for a really, really long time. Yeah. Yes, Debbie is working on Saturday night. I'm sorry I can't come to your house party. I'd be very uncomfortable anyway. I'm not a big house party kind of guy. But it sounds awesome, and you got really cool people coming, and they're going to be doing wonderful things. What are they doing? They're doing karaoke, and they're doing, tell us all about the party. Maybe Dad'll come. Roses, the cat let you sleep until 11 today. Counts. Absolutely counts as a rose. Let's see, other roses. I got to do daddy-son breakfast on Friday with my son. Let's see. We had a giant pile of rocks in front of our house. Debbie finally moved that giant pile of rocks, so now the whole backyard is covered in stone. Looks really nice. So that's a rose. I wish I could remember other things. The Royal Rumble's later on tonight. I'm excited about seeing that. It aired last night, but I'll see it tonight. I'm psyched about that. 6:30, yeah. Stu is, from what I can tell, a legitimately great guy. I really, really enjoy his company. He's been very kind to me. Oh, that's a good song. That's a great song. I love that song. It's a Craig Carlin song, but that's a great song. Very cool. I'll do a lump of coal for you here if you want. I don't know, but it sounds fun. Any roses and thorns? Let's see. Dad's rose, cat let you sleep. Rest of the week, didn't let you sleep. Tom Stover, Suspicious Minds, doing some Elvis. Very nice. Later Elvis. That's a fun one. Very nice. I love that picture you had of you and Lauren painting. You were painting your beautiful dog, Pepper, and it made me really, really happy. Oh, really? Umbrella, Rella, Rella? I don't even know I've never seen the words written out. I'm curious what that song's about. Oh, that sounds awesome. It's cool. You got the list picked out already. A lot of times you wait till the mood hits you. Like, oh, hey, it feels like I will survive in here. But you got to set before you even come. That's pretty cool. Oh, no, it's the song I play for Craig Carlin Whenever I play him up, I Will Survive. He's a survivor. He likes the Beyonce song Survivor, but I think I Will Survive is cooler. Plus, we just broke up, so good time. All right, let's see. I like Elvis, too. I got to do an Elvis tune for you. I didn't know you were an Elvis fan. We got to try that sometime. Man, there's got to be more. Sunday, yesterday was Saturday. I had something in the morning. What did I do in the morning? Oh, yeah, yesterday was my voice lesson. Yesterday was my voice lesson. It was amazing. So much fun. Half-hour drive there, half-hour drive back. An hour while we were working. Ralph Stanley. He's the guy from that soundtrack you enjoy so much. I didn't know he sang. I thought he just played the banjo. Oh, that was Umbrella. Okay. Shayna posted a video of her earlier playing the keyboard and singing. I think it was just on her Instagram. I'm not sure if you saw it, Dad. But that was Rihanna's Umbrella. So she is ready to go. Can't wait. Hope you'll post some pictures from the party. That's so cool. All right. That's all I could think of. I know I had other ones, but I can never remember them. So let's meet. Let's spin the wheel. See what happens. Go. All right. Yeah, meet me at the comedy club. Mona Lisa's giving me voice lessons. And she's helping me build the show. To answer your question. All right, I got some more jokes. Let's get these. Here we go. What do you call a fly without wings? A walk. Two fish are in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "You got any idea how to drive this thing?" I like that joke. I originally pictured it in a fish tank, but now I'm picturing it like in a driving tank. That's funny, too. Hey! Hey! How does the rancher keep track of his cattle? A calculator. One more. Last one. This is it. What do you call a shoe made out of a banana? A slipper? Another one? Jeez, all right, fine. How do you fix a broken pumpkin? With a pumpkin patch. Can February march? No. But April, May, June. Where do boats go when they're sick? To the dock. That's enough of that. Let us never speak of it again. Spin the wheel. What's your go-to? What's your favorite song that you like to sing? Are you doing Umbrella right now? But I'm just mean like all time. Pros. Nice. Maybe the pros. Ralph Stanley. That's a very specific kind of singing. Isn't Ralph Stanley a yodeler? I don't know if I could do that. Oh, you're very good at telling. Thank you, Shayna. And you are good at positive encouragement. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, where we land? What are we doing? Huh? Calendar humor. Nice. All right, let's do... here we go. This is also by Steve Martin. This is a piece entitled Michael Jackson's Old Face. And it's by the great Steve Martin. The things I could have said. I would have loved being at a dinner party years from now, cocking an eyebrow at an old friend, while an inverted guest whispered some choice gossip. I would have loved sending a silent message about someone I work with by glancing down, a quiet smile breaking at the corner of my mouth, or by a tiny disapproving shake of the head. As my talent shifts in strength from year to year, I would have loved showing a wise acceptance of my successes and failures with nothing more than a simple look. I would have liked entering a room and acknowledging an acquaintance with a nod, or snubbing an enemy, or withering a bitter critic with my indifference. Luckily, I am able to have lunch once a week at Jones's Grill on Melrose with Walter Matthau's face. And imagine how things might have been. Walter orders paradoxically, and his eyes shine as he looks over to include me in the joke. He then brings a smile to his face, which creeps irresistibly onto the waiter's face, and the waiter then shuffles his feet and returns to Walter a sly look of respect. I order coldly, free of nuance. I have a salad. Walter's face understands my problem, so he doesn't demand much. I tell my tales in the Midwestern style, sometimes choosing the right words, sometimes not finding them, but always unable to fill them in, to color them, to give them the triple-layered meaning, or send them to him with a shimmer and a spin. But Walter's face doesn't mind. He accents the words for me, reacts for me, illustrating the expressions that are just out of my reach. After a drink, Walter's face reminisces. His eyes fill. A potential tear decides whether to let go. Finally, the weight of the water pulls it down the craggy slopes, where it dissolves and finally disappears into 100 rivulets. My own sympathetic tear never hesitates. It speeds down along the Teflon and lands on nothing except the hard Formica tabletop. But Walter knows what I mean. Later, I walk to the car where my people wait, unable to interpret my mood, offering me things I don't want, not reading in my face that I would like to be alone. That night, I lie behind my new face, speaking to it. It listens, but it can't say much back. Sometimes I feel a muscle twitching in response, reaching back toward me, trying to speak. I listen carefully, as Walter would, to expressionless lips, whispering, "What will I tell my child? How, when I am dying and unable to speak, will I look into his eyes and say I love you?" In my dream that night, I see the image of serenity crossing my face, softening the mask. I sit and drink tea. My old face looks out the window and sees Walter, who signals approval with a fleshy smile. I stand. My pain moves up from the heart and onto my face and dissipates. Then the happiness comes, next the grief, then the joy. They all come up from the center, leaving traces of themselves on my brow, the corners of my mouth and eyes, my lips, and so revealing my character. I wake, momentarily feeling whole, but then I remember. The face reveals the heart, but sometimes it's easier to change the face. Yay, that was fun. Here we go. Gospel bluegrass, that's what I thought. Ralph Stanley. I don't really have a go-to karaoke song because I'm always trying to do something. That's very cool. There's just a few songs I love singing every single time that just make me feel good. If you signed up for YMCA at karaoke, I'm guessing you would replace the lyrics with your own lyrics, right? I would hope so. I'd be amazed if that song was ever performed again as long as I live. But yes, if somebody threw YMCA up and I was pulled against my will, I would try to remember the lyrics, yes. Would I be successful? That's the question. Jim, what song would you sing at karaoke? Your Cheatin' Heart. A great song written by Hank Williams. I'll have to learn that one, Dad. I don't know that one yet. Sounds sad. Let's spin the wheel. Ooh, another monologue. Nice meeting you at the theater. This is by Bill Hicks. This is one of my favorite pieces of stand-up comedy ever written. It's not really comedy, I suppose, but it's how he closed his shows for many, many years. That's probably the 10th time I performed it here on the big show, but I absolutely love this piece. So, for practice, this is Just a Ride by Bill Hicks. The world is like a ride in an amusement park. And when you choose to go on, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun. For a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, Is this real? Or is it just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people. Shut them up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut them up. Look at my photos of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. This just has to be real. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. Did you ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings or money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put bigger locks on your doors, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see us all as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride. Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and then we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever in peace. Not bad for a guy from Texas, man. That's beautiful. Oh, you're so kind. Look it up, I will. Oh, yeah, no, I know Hank Williams and Hank Williams Jr. I was raised by it. I think he's the one who recorded Old Chunk of Coal. Let's see. I enjoyed chatting with your kids after the CVC show. You and Debbie are doing a good job at teaching them good social skills and manners. Honestly, I think my greatest success with my children has been staying out of the way. They are inclined to be wonderful. And all I have to do is encourage them. Every now and then they'll get off the path and I'll be like, hey, yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah. They're amazing. They're my two favorite kids I've ever met. And they're my kids, which works out great. Every time they walk in the room, I smile. Thank you for saying so. It's very, very kind of you, especially in front of Dad to say something that nice. But I love them. Oh, hey, okay. On Thursday, Charlotte had an award ceremony. She's on the high honor roll, the AB honor roll at her school, and they had a DJ and a little dance party and an award ceremony, and Debbie and I went to go see that on Thursday, and that was awesome. It made Charlotte feel really, really good about herself and smile big and be proud, and then she begged to get out of school early, which we did. There we go. So they are great kids. Thanks for saying so. God, I love them. Oh, let's spin the wheel. Oh, my kids. It's so cool to get them in the show. Shakes. Yeah, meet me at the Shakespeare stage. All right, time for a sonnet. Usually we get it done before you come in, Dad. But I like this one. This one's pretty good. This is sonnet number 49 by William Shakespeare. Against that time, if ever that time come, when I shall see thee frown on my defects, when as thy love hath cast his utmost sum, called to that audit by advised respects, against that time when thou shalt strangely pass, and scarcely greet me with that sun, thine eye, when love, converted from the thing it was, shall reasons find of settled gravity. Against that time do I ensconce me here, within the knowledge of mine own desert, and this my hand against myself uprear, to guard the lawful reasons on thy part, to leave poor me, thou hast the strength of laws, since why to love I can allege no cause. I had no idea what that meant. Ooh, family tradition. Hold on now. Let me take a quick picture here, Dad. We got 2 requests from Dad, and Dad never makes requests. There we go. There's probably an easier way, but that's the way I'm doing it. All right. Family tradition. You got it, Dad. I should be on top of it by next week. This week, I've been obsessed with El Paso by Marty Robbins. I think I did it last week on the show, and I just listened to his version of it, and it's been stuck in my head nonstop all week. What a great song. Let's spin the wheel. All right. Meet me in the Poetry Corner. Okay, we're going back to the classics today. This is my favorite poem. This is If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise, if you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve you long after their turn is gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose your common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Whew. I got to read that every day. That's just a beautiful piece of work. That'll put a spring in your step, you know? Oh, hey, Zen going. Nice. Maybe at the campfire. Well, we have another parable for you. This, I believe, is Buddhist parable number 6. It's a short one, and it's entitled The Daughter of Ghengis Khan. Seated on the ground, I watched with amusement the various performances in which Lama and believers played their parts with the utmost gravity, tinged, however, by that special good humor and overflowing gaiety which makes life among Tibetans so pleasant. I delightedly forgot Western lands, that I belonged to them, and that they would probably take me again in the clutches of their sorrowful civilization. I felt myself a simple Dobka of the Koko Nor. I chatted with the women about my imaginary black tent in the desert of grass, my cattle, and the feast days when the menfolk race on horseback and show their cleverness as marksmen. I knew by heart the region I described, for I had lived there long, and my enthusiasm for my so-styled mother country was so genuinely sincere that no one could have guessed my lie. After all, was it entirely a lie? I am one of Ghengis Khan's race, who, by mistake and perhaps for her sins, was born in the Occident. So I was once told by a lama. We are all daughters of Ghengis Khan. It's true, he's had a whole lot of babies. We're in it together. That's pretty cool. You can kind of see through it a little bit. That's groovy. All right, keep it moving. I don't know if anybody's still in here, but thanks for everybody who came so far. Let's spin the wheel. Wisdom. Splendid. Let's lay down some wisdom from on high. Got a lot of wisdom. I mean, I've collected a lot of wisdom. I don't have a lot of wisdom. I've collected some smart things. Here we go. Let's start with wisdom from Charlie Chaplin. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. Wisdom from Charlie Chaplin. Let's do another one. I fear the day that technology will surpass our humanity. The world will have a generation of idiots. The human spirit must prevail over technology. That's wisdom from Albert Einstein. Speaking of Albert Einstein, life is a beautiful, magnificent thing, even to a jellyfish. Actually, that's a quote from Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, not Einstein. They were hanging out together. They said that. Here's one from Einstein. Don't wait for miracles. Your whole life is a miracle. Albert Einstein. All right, one more. This is a longer one. This is from Representative John Lewis on change. This is as political as I like to get here on the program. Wisdom from John Lewis. Change often takes time. It rarely happens all at once. In the movement, we didn't know how history would play itself out. We used to say that ours is not the struggle of one day, 1 week, or 1 year. Ours is not the struggle of one judicial appointment or presidential term. Ours is the struggle of a lifetime, or maybe even many lifetimes, and each one of us in every generation must do our part. And if we believe in the change we seek, then it is easy to commit to doing all we can, because the responsibility is ours alone to build a better society and a more peaceful world. That's wisdom from John Lewis, and he's damn right. Oh, hey, we got some more folks. Did you hear about the new news? No, I didn't. What happened with Phil the Groundhog? Did he see a shadow? Did he not see a shadow? Man, that's a great movie. That's a great movie about Zen Buddhism, as a matter of fact, if you're interested in such things. The idea is that it takes 1,000 lifetimes for a man to rid himself of all the imperfections and reach his highest state. I love it. No, I didn't. Did he see a shadow? Did he not see a shadow? You tell me. Can't wait to find out. I'll find out soon enough. Let's spin the wheel. That pause is going to last another 4 weeks. 6 weeks of winter. Yay! I love winter. I love winter. You say down because you're skinny and you're not built for winter. I am built for winter and I love winter. Let's go to the acapella library. I love wearing layers. I love snow. I love cold weather. I love it when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning and the entire ground is covered with ice and frost and it sparkles in the moonlight. I absolutely love the winter. All right, here's the other song we were working on. Another classic made famous by the great Frank Sinatra. Oh, I wonder what it's going to be. It's Fly Me to the Moon. I know the words by heart. I don't know why I'm bothering, but here we go. Do, do, do. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. There we go. Practice makes perfect. Ah, a great song. So you don't like the winter, huh? I find that surprising. 6 more weeks. I think the whole winter's thing, I think all the seasons are starting to lose a couple days every year until they're starting to rotate. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I like that it's cold. I don't think we got enough winter. Well, thanks for watching. Everybody else is done commenting, a little singing, and everybody takes a break. Makes sense to me. But I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good time today. I know I did. Thanks so much for being part of the show. I'll be here every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to 12 a.m. But you get it. You know, you're here. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, the only way to save this country is for all of us to love one another. So love yourself first, and then love somebody else. Then, if you can, love everybody. That's what I'm trying to do. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep shining through just like you always do, and the blue skies will push the dark clouds far away. And would you please say hello to the folks that I know and tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had some fun. Bye-bye.